Right, got the dickhead cam on again here. I hope you can see us in there. So I'm just going behind the Guidepost Social Club at the moment while I attached my dickhead cam. Makes me look like a total dickhead. But I'm just going to take you along Morpeth Road where there's a new 50 zone now. That's like the most dangerous 50 zone in the world or ever. It's the one coming off it that's the most dangerous one. Now I'll explain the story of this as we go past Guidepost roundabout here. Just go straight on towards Morpeth. It's called Morpeth Road, I believe. And so coming out of Morpeth, it used to be a 60 zone until a few months ago. I think somewhere beginning of this year, end of last year, a boy racer crashed his car just after the 30 zone ended, where it used to be 60 zone, and the dog walker needs the lollipop lady there across the road. And what's probably happened is the road safety people have been harassing the local council or whatever, or the road agencies or something, because of the accident, to put a 50 zone along the after Guidepost here, instead of it being a 60 zone. Now it's a perfectly reasonable road to be a 60 zone still, if you're not driving like 80, 90 like the Muppet who crashed probably was. It's a perfectly reasonable wide road this to be a 60 zone, so I see no point in this being a 60 zone apart from it actually being an opportunity for speed camera vans to do a new speed trap, because this road has been here for decades. It's been here since the 50s, 60s, this bit of road. And people have been used to doing 60 along here. Way back when cars had, you know, drum brakes instead of discs and no ABS and everything, people were doing 60 along here. But now, because just over the last few years, some stupid teenager went and had a crash, I think it was on this corner here, because he wasn't doing 60, he was doing probably 80, 90. They've made it into a 50 zone. Now this is a perfectly wide enough road to be a 60 zone still, if you're not driving like a Muppet. So this is actually nothing better than a speed camera trap. And in fact, not long after they made this all into a 50 zone, I saw a speed camera van parked along here like the day or two after, trying to cash in on people. And if I've still got the footage, I'll cut it in here from my dash cam. No, that isn't the most dangerous 50 zone this, but what's coming off it is. Now what I think has happened here is the road that I'm going to take you down is the Bothwell Road, and there didn't used to be any speed signs on here. It was just common sense to, around some of the corners and that, to not really do more than 20-30 miles an hour, because it's basically almost just slightly bigger than a single lane track, and it's lots of narrow bends and steepy hill bits and that. So, you know, it was just common sense that most people would, unless you're like a lunatic white van driver or a boy racer, because I think a boy racer's died down here already before they put the signs up. But if you weren't a lunatic, you could have come down here perfectly reasonably doing normal like 30-40 miles an hour. But what I think has happened here is, because of the way the procedure of the council or the highways work is, somewhere it's came up on a computer that they've had to put 50-mile-an-hour signs all the way down here because it leads off a 50-mile-an-hour road. I mean, this is possibly the most dangerous place to have a 50-mile-an-hour limit on, and you'll soon see why. This should be a 30 zone, if anything. And this is all because some Muppet crashed on that big wide road back there, that some computer has said that it needs to actually generate 50-mile-an-hour signs down here. I can't see any other reason why. But yeah, I'm going to come down here at 50 mile an hour into this blind bend round here. And I'm going to go down this. It's no bigger for, you know, you got that big wide road up there, that's a 50 zone. That shouldn't be a 50 zone, that should be a 60 zone still. This should be a 20-30 zone, and they've made it a 50. Where is the bloody sense in this, like? This is not a 50 zone. And you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the boy racers and the white van drivers to come hurtling down here at 50 mile an hour into these bends. I'm just waiting for the deaths to happen. I mean, look at this. It's another 50 zone sign there. It's not even big enough for 2 cars. What are they playing at, making this a 50 zone? So I'm going to put the challenge out there now to all those peacock feather rustling, you know, trying to, you know, do the old animal like mating ritual of revving your engine and trying to think you're a better driver than you are, to come racing down here in your souped up Saxo or whatever at 50 mile an hour. I could just, you just come down this bit here, 50 mile an hour, another blind spot. I'm just waiting for the first round of frickin' deaths in these trees in a steep hill here. I mean, they've still got this labelled as 50 mile an hour. In fact, I think you'll see around here there's another 50 mile an hour frickin' sign on this bit. What were they fucking thinking, the lunatics? Yeah, let's come flying down here. You're going to go straight down there into the bloody river. There you go, there's another 50 zone sign. What the frickin' hell are you thinking? There's already flowers on this bridge from before there was a they put these signs up for people who've died coming down here too fast. Muppets in the boy racers or white van drivers or whatever who've end up in the frickin' river dying down there. But no, they've still got frickin' 50 mile an hour zone signs on a single lane track like this. And there's another one up here. And if this is the punchline. The last 50 mile an hour zone sign was back there, and now they're saying 40 mile an hour again. You can, but now you're back on a nice wide 2-lane road. You have to do 40. What the fucking hell are they playing at? Are they fucking thick or what? This should be the 50 zone if there was one, and that road back there should be a 20-30 zone. They are such fucking muppets, the council and the highways agencies. What fucking computer generated that road needed to be a 50 zone? Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach the dickhead cam to this mount here. I'm going to go back along the 50 zone, trying to set my cruise control at 25 mile an hour, and then I'm going to actually play as it at double speed, that road. So you get an idea what it would be like to actually do 50 along that road, like the Muppets are freaking suggesting with their stupid 50 mile an hour speed limit. And why did I do this vlog today? Well, I came down there yesterday and I could not believe the 50 mile an hour signs had appeared. They've only just appeared in the last few days or the last week or so. So I don't go along that road that often. So there you go. I'm going to drive back along here with the dash cam attached to there, and you can I'll put the challenge out to all the Muppets, all the boy racers. You've got to do that road at exactly 50 mile an hour, and the death toll will mount up. I'm just waiting for the frickin' death toll to mount up. It's going to be beautiful, isn't it? What a bunch of idiots. Anyway, I shall catch you in the next one. Enjoy the challenge of trying to do this road at 50 mile an hour. And just one other thing I wanted to put on this before I edit is yeah, those roadworks, miles and miles of straight roads with no one doing any roadworks on them at 50 mile an hour. Yeah, all those yellow cameras catching people and things. Yeah, and they make that road a 50 zone. Where's the sense in that? Where's the frickin' sense in that?